There are strange things in our world, things that cannot be explained. This series will take you on a journey through the unknown, exploring the mysteries that are happening around us every day. Human-like flying creature spotted in Chile. A strange report emerged from Chile in 2013, detailing sightings of a peculiar winged creature. The young man who witnessed this mysterious animal flying between two trees near Bustamante Park in Santiago, Chile, described it pretty much as a cross between Batman and Dracula. Bat-like wings, a beak full of razor-sharp teeth, tearing claws, and a long tail. Was this flying reptile a figment of the young man's imagination? Or is it proof that prehistoric creatures still exist? The Harbour Mill incident was just another bizarre UFO story. But the reported sightings of multiple unidentified flying objects during the night of January 25th, 2010 near Harbour Mill, Canada. At least 3 UFOs were spotted, and according to the descriptions of various witnesses, the objects looked like missiles but emitted no noise. A resident managed to take a photograph of one of the objects. The human shadow spotted on Mars. This is the very latest find to hit the web about the recent mission to Mars. As you can clearly see in the photo taken by NASA's Curiosity rover, there is a clear shadow of an actual person working on repairing the rover while standing right next to it. Most conspiracy theorists have jumped to various conclusions, with the 2 most popular being that either a human is already capable of travelling and living on Mars, or that the mission is a hoax and that the rover never even went there. All these photos could have been shot in the same place where they faked the moon landing. What do you think? The twin abduction. 2 twin sisters reported regularly encountering aliens since they were as young as 5 years old. They claimed they would see a light, and then the aliens would enter their room wearing capes and take them aboard their ship. The girls had their own nickname for the aliens, the Bold Men. One of the twins claimed that during the abduction, the entire spaceship became transparent and they could look down upon the Earth. The BlackEyed Children. Brian Bethel is a respected veteran journalist and columnist. His story is unique in that it was the first, and it was told by someone with an eye for journalistic detail and absolutely nothing to gain and a career to lose, by spinning such an implausible yarn. One evening, as Brian sat parked outside the local movie theatre, his driver's side was approached by a couple of children, no more than 10 or 12 years old. Brian rolled down his window, expecting a request for money. Only one of the boys spoke, but even before any words came out of his mouth, Brian was gripped by fear, an irrational, heart-pounding fear that he couldn't explain. The boy told a story. They wanted to see the movie. They'd left their money at home, and could Brian give them a ride? Brian tried to avoid looking at them, not wanting his fear to show. He noticed that the last showing of the movie had already begun. The little boy implored, "They're just a couple of kids." They didn't have a gun. As Brian finally locked eyes with the boy, his mind went wild with horror. Both the kids' eyes were coal black. Stammering an excuse, he began to roll up his window and put the car into gear, as the little boy called out angrily, "We can't come in unless you say it's okay. Let us in." Brian burned rubber all the way home and wrote about the experience later that night. Apparently he's far from the only one. Stories abound on the web about black-eyed people, usually children, but sometimes adults, with similar requests, who cause unexplained panic in all who encounter them. Perhaps it's just those eyes, or the odd, somewhat alien nature of their speech, or the malevolent, predatory nature that those who encounter them can feel lurking just beneath the surface. No one has stuck around long enough to find out just who or what they really are. Perhaps you'll find out one dark night when you're all alone. I hope that you've enjoyed this very first episode of Strange and Weird. If you want to see more in the future, leave me a comment, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Are you afraid of the dark? Okay guys, thank you for watching that very first episode of Strange and Weird. I hope you enjoyed. Just so you know, you can now follow me on Periscope. I will be doing broadcasts as often as possible. The name's the same, stevorowe. You can find me easily. And I hope to see you there. So guys, thanks again, take care, and I'll see you soon.